Hey everybody, welcome back to the range. Got some body armor to test today. This is a pure ultra high molecular weight polyethylene level 3+ rifle plate from Veterans Manufacture. You know that plate that Jerry Michalik shot with the 50 BMG? This is that particular model. Let's throw it on the table and see what we got today. Veterans Manufacture is out of Katy, Texas. Like I said, this is a level 3+ plate. This is not NIJ certified yet. Per conversations with them, they will be seeking NIJ certification on some of their models once the new standards come out. They do list some interesting threat ratings on here, all the way up to 338 Lapua. And like I said, Jerry Michalik shot this with the 50 BMG. We may get to that, maybe not in this test today. I don't have the 50. We do have the 300 Win Mag. We may do another test with a 338. This body armor was purchased from bulletproofzone.com. I'll put their link in the description below. It worked out this time to purchase from a online retailer than direct from the manufacturer. Seems like they have a few of the major players for different types of body armor on there, so definitely check them out. For our testing today, we'll be at approximately 45 feet. We have our Prochrono Digital at approximately 15 feet for velocities. We have our clay briefcase that I will build up for this curve here. We'll start with the 5.56 threats, go to the 308, and then maybe end with a 300 Win Mag depending on how this holds up. Veterans Manufacturer would like me to state that these are civilian offering plates, that they have federal contract plates that are tougher than these, that they are not allowed to sell public. I'm not sure how that all works, but we won't get into that today. We're here to shoot body armor. For our first test, we will use the 10.5-inch SBR. We will test M855 ball and our M855A1 ball. Like I said, we'll be at approximately 45 feet. We have our clay briefcase as a backer. We'll use the 10.5-inch. If no penetration exists, we'll step up to the 16, and then we have a 22-inch if needed. I'm not sure how far we're going to get. And as always, I like to mention most of my threats usually fall outside of any NIJ standards until they change it with the RF 1, 2, and 3 standards that are supposed to come out soon. Those will cover M193, M855, and then the current 308 and 30-06 AP threats. So M855 first. 2510. Hopefully I didn't shoot too high. Now this is the A1. 2640. I'm being splattered with clay. Here was the M855. Here was the A1. This was not really a fair hit. This one was a good hit. Now, the 855 did not penetrate all the way through the plate. Got to right around there. Kind of squeaked out the side because I was close to the side of the plate. Not a fair hit. The A1 looks like it did penetrate. Not sure how much, but there's a little bit of hole there. Definitely probably penetrate out of the 16-inch. Again, polyethylene is great at stopping high velocity rounds, but not harder composition rounds such as the M855 or M855A1. But we like to test it because maybe we'll step up to the 16-inch for the M855 and then step up to the 22-inch for the M193 just to see if it'll do that, which it should no problem. Alright, we'll test the M855 out of the 16-inch, and then we'll use the 22-inch for the M193 CBC. We should have good velocities out of that. .2962. Now our M193. Get a nice spot on the plate that I want to shoot. Right dab smack there. Velocity 3167. Not as fast as that Independence. Here was our M855. Here was the M193. Kind of shocked at that slow M193 speed. Let's see if I have some Independence in there. What do you guys think? A little bit of back face on the M193 there. Looks like right around 26 millimeters, give or take. Again, this is just a representation. The M855 looks like it penetrated as well. Maybe not a complete through and through. It tried. Not sure what is the projectile there because I don't clean this clay a lot, but it did penetrate. Let's see if I have any faster M193, and then we'll try something in the 308. Alright, I found some IMI M193. We'll take 2 more shots at this plate with the 5.56, and then we'll move on to a 308 threat. Count this about 1.5 inches down. .3341. Now that's good velocity of M193. .3392. Smoking hot, like I like it. Here was our first shot. Here was our second. Should be 1.5 inches low, just like this one over here, but it's like right where I do that every time. There should be no pass through there. Our back face signature is getting a little bigger there. I mean, that's a lot of energy to stop. This was approximately, again, these are just estimations, about 33, 34 millimeters. You're allowed up to 44. Again, this is just a representation. Let's check out those 308 threats. I'll remold the block before the next shots. Just in case I didn't press record, we'll start off with 2 rounds of XMATC out of the 22-inch TC compass. Then we'll step up to the 16-inch M80A1. It's a 130 grain round. Kind of hard to say whether it's going to go through or not. It does have a steel tip, but it is a larger diameter bullet than the M855A1, so it could possibly stop it. Hard to say. Got the Yankee Hill Phantom M2 on here. Be nice and quiet. Quiet for us to keep talking. Running our mouths. .61, good full power load there. .2892. All right, now our M80A1. This is a 130 grain enhanced performance round. We'll run this out of this 16-inch. If we don't get a penetration, it's hard to say. More unknowns, that's why I'm here to test. We'll step up to the 22-inch. The steel tip maybe is going to give it away, but you never know. Larger diameter bullet than a 5.56. That Jerry Michelet chest showed that this can stop big bore stuff. Dirt. $27.95. I'm pretty sure that went through. Here was our first shot. Here was the second. Here was the M80A1. Unfortunately, there is a pass through from the M80A1. Kind of guessed it would. Back face wise, on this one, we're a little close to the edge. I don't have a nice giant clay block to test against, but right around 39 millimeters. Again, just a representation. You can see that there's a good size bump there. Not so much over here. That's probably more realistic. There's the hole from the M855. Sorry, there's the hole from the M80. Kind of look what it did to my wood backer back here. Kind of beat that up. Gonna have to get a new one there. Now, let's set this up for one more test today. Next test, we'll have to try to get out the 338 and maybe the 50. But we got a good area up here for a 300 Win Mag shot. Let's set up. Alright, this is where this plate shines. Big bore action. Well, this is not really big bore. This is 30 cal. This is 300 Winchester Magnum. We have our TC compass here. 300 Winchester Magnum, 24-inch barrel. We're in a Boyd stock. We'll put one shot on here. We should be in the 3,200 feet per second range, give or take. We have the Yankee Hill Phantom on here. See what kind of back face we get from this guy. Sure, get right where I want to be. Right in a good part of the plate. 3182. Knocked my stand over there. Here was our shot right here. Had some knockdown behind that. Knocked that big giant plate briefcase over. What do you guys think? Oh, no penetration. But when we talk about large back face deformation, put my whole fist in there. Again, it's really hard for me to measure, but I got right around, because that was way up here, right around 62 millimeters maybe, but no penetration. We are starting to get some delamination of the panel up here. You can kind of see that's where the 300 Win Mag was, but it didn't go through. We do have probably two good spots for a larger caliber Magnum / that 50 down there, maybe for another time. Well, I think I certainly know how to break some body armor. That 300 Win Mag though, that packs a serious punch, and this plate stopped it. The M855, they did say that wasn't rated for that, or the M855A1 or the M80A1, but we wanted to test it anyways, because, you know, I'm just as curious as some of you are, especially when we get some new plates in that we've never tested before, especially the polyethylene stuff. We definitely have enough on the plate, this bottom half here, that we're gonna have to check out the 338 caliber on this. Maybe the 50 BMG, you know, I got access to one. May have to see what we can do with that. I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters who helped purchase this plate, Veterans Manufacturer, and you all for watching. Until next time, catch you at the range.